Welcome to the Crystal Mermaid. My name is Jessica. I am a mystic, intuitive lightworker, and holistic healer here to raise and nourish the galactic consciousness one stone at a time. Today, we are going to be doing an angel ceremony. I'm going to explain to you what my interpretation of an angel ceremony is and why we're doing it today. Behind me, the full moon coming into its blue blood lunar eclipse cycle, which will be happening early here on the Pacific Standard Time Zone tomorrow, January 31st, is rising behind me. So maybe while we're sitting here, if you look up to, let's see, it's my left. As I'm looking into the camera, it's my left-hand side and it's right up above my head, and I'm going to point. There's the moon, and it's rising up over the eastern mountains that are behind me. As I sit here outside in January, today is January 30th, 2018, and it was a lovely 73 degrees here where I live in Nevada today. Just a treat and a pleasure to enjoy that kind of weather, but also a little bit scary because it's the middle of winter and we've yet to have but one true snowstorm. So just looking ahead into the coming spring, the snow is what gives us the water here in the desert. So we would like to have a couple more storms before winter completes itself in the middle of March. But back to the task at hand. So I was intuitively guided to share with you an angel ceremony. Today is my grandmother's birthday. She was born in 1912. She passed away in the year 2000. So she is long since become an angel herself, but I was guided to create the ceremony around the energetic, astrological, and metaphysical vibrations that are happening right now. There is so much angel energy going on around us, protecting us, guiding us. Very strong. It is so strong right now. And today being my grandmother's birthday, my grandmother was somebody who was a very she had a lot of faith, a very strong faith, and she was an Italian Catholic, so very traditional Catholic faith as far as what she followed. She was one of my strongest guides growing up in terms of spirituality. She's the person who shared Bible stories with me the most while I was growing up, telling me, her own interpretation of what the stories were that she was reading to me as I was a child so that I could understand them through her eyes and then through my own eyes, because I think that that's something that's really important, no matter if you're raised agnostically or in a traditional faith, as I was with Catholicism, interpreting things for yourself. So my grandmother is somebody who is a very strong angel force in my life. Now, we are right now on the eve of a blue blood full moon lunar eclipse that's coming in. Each of these aspects has potency in itself. And then when we put them together, the potency is just even stronger, even greater. So we're taking these aspects of potency and we're using them to help to initiate and also help to culminate things. So we're not only closing things up through a culmination and a fruition as we do with full moons, we are also opening up portals and gateways into the next level, moving forward and upward as we advance as energetic beings. So that's the basis of why we are doing an angel ceremony today, and that's inspired by my grandmother. So her name was Angela, by the way. So angel, and then an extra A at the end, and she's an earth angel. So I'm also blessed in that aspect of acknowledgement and seeing that just in her namesake, she had angel right in there. My other grandmother, also her name was Angelina, so she also has the angel aspects in there, and then she had the Lena behind it. So both Italian grandmothers, and what a beautiful name that Angela is, in that it pulls in the angel tones. Angela and Angelo are both angel. So I am outside, and while it was 73 degrees earlier today, it's quickly shifting back down into like the 30s and 40s. So I have a nice cup of tea here with me. I'm just going to take a sip of that in my crystal glass. Normally in ceremonial spaces, I will utilize water. I've already drinking water before this ceremony and washed my hands as a sign of internal and external cleansing. In addition to that, for the ceremony, I've brought out Sage Bundle. The Sage Bundle is one that I've been using for the last moon cycle. So my goal with the Sage Bundle is by the completion of the moon tomorrow, around 7:30-ish in the morning, Pacific Standard Time is when the eclipse will be coming to completion. I would like my Sage Bundle to be burned, and what's left of it here, I might have some of these sticks left behind, I will likely throw into the wood stove that heats my home, just as a symbolic ending. Again, the full moon is a culmination time, a completion time. So I would like to end the use of this particular Sage Bundle by the time that rolls around. So I'm lighting this, and I do have a particular lighter that I like. It's gold and black. Matches are wonderful, don't get me wrong, but especially outside with wind and whatnot, they can be kind of a pain in the butt. So I do have lighters around, and this one is one that I keep especially for ceremonial aspects with the gold and the black. That just is what resonates with me. So I'm going to be lighting my Sage Bundle, setting my space, calling in the angels and the guides that I would like to come join me for this ceremonial time. Cleansing the air with my Sage Bundle, cleansing the space around me. Just really getting everything clear. And calling in the energy of that full moon, lunar eclipse, blue blood moon that we have coming into fruition throughout the evening tonight. So we have our sage. We're setting the stage. What are my intentions with this angel ceremony? I am calling in the feminine power of the beloved women in my life who no longer exist in the human form. The intention of this angel ceremony is to call in that energetic vibration of love, mothering, and all the feminine that we can draw upon with this full moon. The moon is a feminine sign. The moon is a feminine planet, or whatever we want to call it. The energy of the moon is feminine. The blue moon being rare, that blue moon is having 2 full moons in 1 month. So our first full moon was January 1st, and now our second full moon is January 31st. So we have this rarity of the blue moon that's coming in. Blue also being the energy of the water and the energy of the sky. So bringing those two together and giving us nourishing life. So water is life. We're looking at those aspects. And then the sky. Our angels that dwell around us, we often look up to the heavens in order to call upon our angels. So the blues of the sky, bringing in the energy of the blue color. On top of that, the blue color, the purple color, lavender, all of these colors that are in that realm, calling them in as very feminine colors, colors that help us with communication in the throat chakra, clarity in the third eye, and openness in our crown. So those three chakras are very potently affected by what we're going through right now in terms of the astrological standpoints of things. So, bringing all of that in. What stone am I using for this? We know crystals, rocks, and gemstones are a huge component of what we do here at the Crystal Mermaid. I am calling in the energy of the amethyst crystal. And what I have here is an amethyst specimen, hand dug by myself in Nevada/California region. And then I also have a crystal skull. This crystal skull is also an amethyst. This is one of my, I use crystal skulls as a form of a tool that helps me to receive information. This particular crystal skull is one that I've had for a couple of years. His name is Sammy. He channels the energy of a samurai warrior. And so we're calling in the strength, the masculine strength of the samurai warrior through this amethyst crystal. That's what I'm calling into this ceremony, as well as just the balance and harmony of clearly communicating what it is that the divine is allowing you to see and then put into action. The masculine energy provided by the skull in combination with the masculine energy of the fact that this full moon is in Leo, Leo being a masculine sign, sign of the lion, a sign of the sun, sign of strength and creativity, moving forward and really forward thinking. Leo is heart-centered as well. So we're calling in a lot of that energy, bringing it into our heart center and allowing that to move upward through us in our energetic bodies. So energy of the amethyst crystal, strength of the samurai warrior, love and warmth and nurturing of the moon in its full phase that's behind us, getting ready to go into this eclipse. That's our angel ceremony. So the angels that I'm calling in, just to give more energetic vibrations to what it is that we're doing here. I have so many strong, graceful, beautiful females that have been a part of my life, whether as a mother type of figure, a friend, a grandmother, whatever it might be, aunts. I've been very blessed to have so many strong feminine energies in my life, and some of them have transformed into the energetic vibration of being angels, as I like to say. And so I welcome in the energy of those angels, and just because when you're doing ceremony, the more clear you can be with your intention, I believe the more strength that you put behind your ceremony. I would like to share a little bit of detail about these angels who are in my life. So my grandmother, as I mentioned, her name was Angela, and today was her birthday. She was born in 1912, so she would be 106 years old. And she is my straight up grandmother, not my great grandmother. My parents are a little bit older, so I also have a angel. Her name is Debbie. She is the mother of one of my best friends, a woman named Elisa that we've been friends since I was 6 years old. Her mother was an incredible human across the board, and what she brought into my life is priceless. And I appreciate and love and miss her and the rainbow of gifts that she had to offer all of us every single day. Now, she passed on the 29th of January in 2012. So we are calling in the energy of our angel, Debbie. My beautiful friend, Jana, again, her mother, Cindy, passed away a few years ago, and she was an incredible presence, a force to be reckoned with, a true, eye of the hurricane, beauty in the storm. She really was, as a human, someone that I resonated with from the moment that I met her. And even though Jana and I didn't become friends until I was 20 years old, so, quite a while ago now, I still feel as though, as the minute that I met her mom, the first time I met her was in the kitchen at the house that Jana grew up in. And I walked into the kitchen at their house and I looked over, and 2 or 3 decorations in their kitchen were identical to the ones that my mom has had in our kitchen growing up. So I instantly felt energetic connections to her and vibrations that resonated with her. So we are calling in the energy of Cindy, dear angel, my grandmother, my other grandmother, Angelina. She passed away in 2007, January 15th, 2007. So again, that angel energy just in her namesake, but also as somebody who had an incredible impact on my life and whose influence was substantial. My grandmother was a dancer. That grandmother was a dancer. She danced as long as I can remember and up until she literally weeks before she died. She was still dancing. So that energetic vibration is keep us dancing along through life. My Aunt Ellie, she passed away kind of young. I believe she was in her late 50s when she passed away. She was my confirmation mother, my confirmation sponsor. So again, I was raised Catholic, went through the whole shenanigans of confirmation, and she was my sponsor. And why was she my sponsor? Because she was a human who played, again, a substantial role in my spirituality and my faith as I was growing up. So I'm calling in the energy of my Aunt Ellie and everything that she provided for me in terms of guidance while going through that phase and stage of my life. I have Loretta, one of my best friends and soul sisters, Monica, her mother, who I never met in the human form, but been blessed to have plenty of contact with in the angel form. Her mother, Loretta, has passed away and is one of our beautiful angels. Strength, grace, beauty, confidence, balance, keeping it all together and setting an example. That's the energy of Loretta that we're calling into this angel ceremony. And finally, my Tanta, Leah, she was from the Netherlands, and Tanta is aunt in Dutch. I'm Dutch as well as Italian on my mom's side. And she's someone who while there, we didn't directly have a spiritual connection through religion necessarily, or she wasn't Catholic specifically or anything like that. She was nonetheless an incredible human who played a role of strength and grace and balance in my life growing up. So she has since passed away actually in this past year in 2017 after suffering from a stroke 5 years ago. So we lost her. 5 years ago, we kind of lost her, but her physical body was still around until 2017, and finally that's gotten a chance to go and rest in peace as well. So calling in the energy of my angel Tanta Leah. So that is in essence my angel ceremony that I would like to share with you on this eve of the full moon, blue moon, blood moon, lunar eclipse that we have coming upon us. So please take this as you will, use it as you like, and call in the energy of the angels that are in your life, because they're there to help, to protect, and to serve us for our highest good as we move forward and upward. Step into your light and let your colors shine bright. Thank you for joining me here at the Crystal Mermaid. Aho.